Good evening and welcome to the SRUC Elmwood Professional Cookery live event. My name is Caroline Manzi and I'm the Marketing and Student Recruitment Officer at the Elmwood campus, and today I'm joined by four of my colleagues from the hospitality team. I'm now going to pass you over to Ros to introduce herself.
Good evening everybody, my name is Ros Graham. I'm one of the hospitality lecturers at SRUC. I'm the course tutor for the H&D Professional Cookery, but also deliver different units to all the other year groups. Okay, I'll just pass you over to my colleague Karine Brandt.
Hi everyone, my name's Karine and I'm a hospitality lecturer at Elmwood. I teach across all the year groups in theory and practical, and I'm the course tutor for the level 1 diploma. I'll just pass you over to Mark.
Hi there, my name's Mark Barker. I'm the course tutor for the level 2 diploma professional cookery. I also help deliver the skills kitchens for the level 1 introduction to professional cookery, and I'll pass you over to my colleague Willie.
Hello there, my name's Willie Balfour. I also take some of the practical units, or most of the practical units, along with my colleague Mark across all the year groups. I'm also course tutor for the HNCs. So what I thought we'd do is we'd just go through a little presentation of what we actually do on campus. So what we have here is our courses that we run the City and Guilds Level 1 Diploma in Professional Cookery, the Level 2 Diploma in Professional Cookery, the HNC and the HND. So it's a natural progression. You go from Level 1 through to the HND if that's what you choose to do. In the Level 1, a lot of the introduction to professional cookery is about learning the basics. So it's the cookery processes, how to use the equipment in the kitchen, how to use your knives properly, working with the basic foods and the cookery process with that. Also, we'll give a little introduction to the front of house operations, hospitality events, and of course the all-important REHIS Elementary Food Hygiene Certificate. I'll pass you to my colleague Mark and he'll give you a little introduction to our Level 2.
Cheers, Willie. Thanks a lot. So the level 2, if you've been on a level 1, it builds on what you've learned on a level 1. If not, it's covering the practical skills, covering a range of products from meat and fish, fruit and veg, all the basic pastry stuffs, rice, pasta, grain dishes. We also cover employability to the hospitality and catering industry, looking at the different sectors and areas where you may wish to find work. We have units on healthy foods and special diets and nutrition. We also have the really interesting food safety, catering operations, costs and menu planning, so how to write menus, how to try and make money out of them. Again, some more health and safety, and just in case you're not nodding off enough, we could do the REHIS Elementary Food Hygiene. And as a little add-on, we've got the Level 2 award in barista skills.
Thanks very much.
Back to
Cheers,
Willie.
Mark. Okay, so as we keep saying, it's a progression. So you're Level 1, you're Level 2, and then it comes on to the HNC. The HNC is training you really to be a supervisor. So it's bringing the skills that you've got in Level 1 and Level 2 and adapting them. And especially when it comes down to the practical dishes that we have in here, we have the sweets, desserts, hot and cold kitchen. That's all your larder work, where you would learn all the different, well, you've already learned the basics. So that's taking it a little bit further and taking what you've learned in the first 2 years and putting your stamp on these dishes. So also, again, it brings in other parts of that, the financial control systems, hospitality supervisions, and then what we do is the whole course is graded by what we call the graded unit at the end of the year. So it determines the level that you're actually graded and how you pass the course on. We'll go on to our HND and I'll pass you over to Ros and she'll just give you a little insight into the HND Professional Cookery. She's the course tutor for that.
Okay, yeah, so the HND, as Willie said, this is now progression from the HNC, which is a supervisory course. This is now a management course. So we look at the management of food and beverage operations, looking at front of house and back of house, running an event on your own. Integrated production cookery, so you're running different sides of the kitchen, looking at different culinary skills in the kitchen. Hospitality industry, we're just looking at the industry as a whole and the marketing side of the industry and the importance of that. Gastronomy, very interesting unit. We look at pairing wine and beers with food, and we look at sensory tasting, do a bit of kitchen planning and design. So if you were designing a kitchen from scratch. Alcoholic beverages, great unit again. So we're looking at the processes of those. We do a bit more on financial accounting. So if you had your own business, how you would manage your accounts, also how you'd manage your staff in the human resources, and the graded unit, as Willie said, similar to the HNC in the fact that it brings all the units together. So it enables you to use all the skills that you've done in the other units. Can I just say the Rehays Elementary and Intermediate High are very interesting. Don't listen to what Mark and Willie have to say.
Karine, do you want to give us a little insight into these ones there?
Yep, so as well as your coursework, you'll be given opportunities for industry experience. So we've got lots of links with local businesses, different local establishments where you can have different work experiences. The PN, the Adamson are to name but a few. The barista skills that we mentioned before is something that all students can have basic training on, but the level 2 diploma students do have the opportunity to complete a City and Guilds level 2 award in addition to their group award of the level 2. We also deliver bar training to all students, as our Themes Training Restaurant is licensed, and the Scottish Licensing Act states that every person serving or selling alcohol needs to have 2 hours mandatory bar training, so you get that before you start college.
Excellent, thanks very much. Okay, our facilities. If anybody's ever been up to the college, you'll know that we're really proud of our facilities that we have up here. If you haven't been up to the college, we have done a video to show you a walkthrough. So what we have is we have 2 kitchens. One we call the main kitchen, the other one we call the bakery. It's set out as a bakery, so we've got the big Tom Chandley ovens. It's all as you would find in a production bakery. We do a lot of the individual assessments in there because the nature of how it's set up allows that to happen. So when you're doing your end exams, you know, you're working in your own little course, your little area there. And then what we have is we have our main kitchen, which is really set up as you would find in any busy restaurant or hotel, where it's actually got all the bells and whistles in there. And what that does is that serves our restaurant. We have a 40-seater restaurant. It's open to the public. So obviously on the days that we have the students in, different year groups take over different restaurants on different days, and obviously at Christmas, all these things. We do a lot of outside events as well, and our level 1 students go and get experience at our Fairways Golf Club. We do have a lot of different departments in SRUC Elmwood campus, one of them being the gamekeeping that we work very closely with. As you can see, there's a range of produce that comes into our kitchens. Our students, all year groups, have to learn how to prepare this produce from its raw state all the way through, and then cook it, and we do that as an in-house competition, and usually as a dinner as well, working with the British Deer Society to showcase the students' knowledge and the fantastic produce that we have. We also have our excellent horticultural department, and the grounds that we have are exceptional, and so at this time of year we're usually bringing in the root vegetables into the kitchen, all the carrots, the turnips, the butternut squash, pumpkins at this time of year. But you know, when it's the springtime, that's when we start bringing in soft fruits. We also have the greenhouses, so we get more exotic type things, a lot of chilies, peppers, that sort of thing comes into our kitchen. So the students get to see it from its raw produce, and they actually get to put that on the menu. So it's fantastic to see a collaboration between the other departments that's going on. A lot of people are interested in foraging, quite rightly so. So what we do is we work with countryside management. We have a fantastic lecturer, Tony, and he takes the students out and he just shows you what's on your doorstep, what you can eat, what's safe to eat, what you shouldn't eat. And again, that's governed by the season. So we're trying to do that a couple of times a year just to let you see what's there. We're lucky enough to have a new business on our premises, and it's aquaponics. They're on campus, and what they're doing is they're coming up with a fantastic produce. So it's a new one for us. So we just started working with some of the produce that they're growing. This one is a baby spinach, so our students did the ravioli stuff with the spinach and the cream cheese and served it on a salsa. So there's opportunities out there, and it's another avenue for the students to be working towards. So I'm going to pass you over to my colleague Mark, and he'll tell you a little bit about a collaboration with a consultancy.
Yeah, so not only do we collaborate with other departments, we're pretty fortunate that within our organisation we also have consultants and research from across the land-based sector, very much a field to fork, where we're at the fork end, they're at the field side of it. We get a chance to work with these consultants. We have a state-of-the-art sensory lab on site, allowing for products that have been developed for customer trials. We also work very, very closely with the food and drink team at SRUC in developing new food and drink products, MPD work, or new product development in formulation or reformulation of, and our primary role is in the production of prototypes for new small food and drink businesses to take forward to manufacturing. And like I said, we do about 8 to 10 of these a year, anything from tonic waters, fermented drinks, low-fat sugar, confectionery, low-fat chocolate bars, sugar-free chocolates, sauces, drinks, chutneys. As Willie was reminding me this afternoon, we've done distilling, so you name it, we do it.
Thanks very much, Mark. Okay, I mean, what we try and do as well is we try and get involved with local businesses and producers. That's what's on our doorstep. We've got a fantastic produce and some fantastic chefs that want to share their knowledge with our students. And one of the ones that we do is Save St Andrews Dinner at this time of year. Our students will work closely with chefs and local producers, and it comes together in an event which is the St Andrews Day Dinner, where each of the chefs will be responsible for one of the courses, and our students will work closely with that. The benefit to our students is not only just working with the chefs, using the fantastic produce, but what happens is they raise money for a college bursary. So it goes towards either a field trip to be used for our year groups, or if an individual's looking to do something a little bit different, you know, as a placement, they might want to go to France, work in a patisserie. So we give that opportunity. That's where the bursary goes towards. So it all comes back into the college. Again, I'll pass you over to my colleague Mark, and he'll give you a little insight into our food and drinks awards here. I think we've lost Mark, so I'll just go through that. So
no, I'm back. Sorry, I'm back
again.
It's it. Dropping out of time of night, isn't it? Every year, Scottish Food and Drink Awards, they're the Scottish Food and Drink Oscars. So there's usually around 150 different foods in about 9 different categories that we judge over 2 days, from meat, fish, butchery, you name it, it's there. It's a chance for students to be involved in the production and the service of these foods to judges, to guest judges, to the great and good. You know, in the past we've had the food critic Jay Rayner as one of the judges. I mean, it's an amazing couple of days and a great way of networking and seeing another side of the food and drink industry.
Thanks very much. So I'll just pass you over to Ros, and Ros will tell you a little bit about some of the trips that we have throughout the course.
Yeah, perfect. We on trips a lot of the time. I always think that you can learn a lot more out and about than you can in the classroom. So we usually go to lots of different places. As you can see there, a big list of different sort of variety of places that we've been to. The Old Course, Rufflets, and the Canberra Estate to sort of see different aspects of the industry. Also the Buffalo Farm, Campbell's Meat and Fish, so the students get an opportunity to actually look at the fish coming in, and they actually get the opportunity to prepare it as well and learn how to do it properly. Fairmont we've been to lots of times, Lindell's Distillery, because that's part of the gastronomy unit, and also the Ardgowan and Scott Hart. We've done a lot of work at Scott Hart for competitions. Oh, the next slide, now that's a lovely slide. I think that's Paris and Nice end of year trip. So as part of the H&D, we do the gastronomy unit, and where best to study gastronomy than France, the home of it. So as Willie mentioned, we do get scholarships through Save St Andrews, and we usually get one from the Franco Society as well. So that money's put together with tips that the students have earned, and we go on an educational trip to France. So we've been to Paris and Nice, as I've said, and have a trip around the food markets. I'll pass you over to Willie tell you a bit about the guest chef demonstrations.
Thank you, Ros. And I have to disagree with Ros. I don't think that outside gives you a better experience than you have in the classroom, but it enhances your classroom knowledge.
Not chefing, not chefing, the businesses. That's what I'm looking at, Willie. Obviously not the chef.
So what we have here is, as Ros says, we like to get you involved in many different aspects of learning as we possibly can. And we're very lucky. We have a lot of chefs who want to come and work with our students to come into the college. They love the facilities, they love the enthusiasm of the students and the lecturers. So what we have here is, this is Shona. She's a chocolatier. She come in and she was helping the students to understand chocolate, handmade chocolates. So it's just a fantastic opportunity to get other chefs in to work with our students and allow them to pass on the knowledge, what they're more than happy to do to enhance the students' knowledge and learning. So I'll pass you over to my colleague Mark again. Just on the competitions.
Yeah, we love competitions here at Elmwood. We think they're an important part of the student experience. We really do, you know. As a student, you'll get the opportunity to enter into competitions, whether they be the in-house ones, such as the BACS or the gamekeeping competition, or local, regional and national competitions, either working as an individual or normally as part of a small team, collaborating with students from within the hospitality department or within other departments such as gamekeeping. We believe that it allows you to test your skills against other students, but it gives you the opportunity to develop new skills, build your confidence, get you a chance to meet people and network at the top of the industry, you know, as well as winning some absolutely fantastic prizes. You know, we have a really good track record at Elmwood in competition, so we encourage anyone to have it a go, and we're there to support you and help you the whole way.
Thanks for that. Do you want to just take over this one, Karine?
Yeah, so this is some of our student alumni. So as Mark said, we have got a good track record for competitions, and that doesn't end when you finish college. So there's a few of our past students here. Spud there just won Game Chef of the Year this year. Duncan won Best Chef in Scotland 2 years in a row at the Scottish Food Awards. So we are very proud of our students, and they leave, but they don't really leave because they always come back. I mean, well, I'm an ex-student anyway. I just never left at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so the tree. What is about the tree? The tree. We want to show you that professional cookery qualification it's a gateway to a real modern, exciting and vibrant industry. You know, food and drink is the way to go, and we truly believe that here at Elmwood. You know, post-pandemic, it's never going to be as important to be able to diversify, to be able to move into different areas. You know, you can come with us and spend 4 years with us. You could then go off to university and look at doing further degrees, you know, or maybe a rural enterprise degree along with us. You know, you might consider moving into home economics or teaching, or maybe even lecturing if you're a few cans short of a six-pack. Maybe you might decide manufacturing's the way to go, so making products to put on shelves for people to buy. You know, that could lead on to food technologists, food scientists, processors, food buyers, supply chain managers, dietitians, development chefs, consultant chefs. You know, food and drink is perfect if you want to work for yourself or you've never even considered that. Food and drink can do that for you. You know, we have had students who go on to work for themselves. So food and drink is an amazing career to be in.
Thanks, Mark. So what we'll do is we'll just go over to Ros and she'll give you a little insight into the adaptations that we've put in place and what we've got working for this year. So do you want to take that, Ros?
Yeah. So as you might have sort of thought through that presentation, how are they doing all that this year with everything that's going on in the world, this pandemic that we're hearing so much about, can't get rid of it. So we have adapted the kitchens. We can only have 7 people in the kitchen. We've got a one-way system upstairs and people wear the masks in the corridors, things like that. So we are abiding by all the health and safety regulations that we need to, but we still, you know, have got connections with local chefs. We're having demonstrations. We can still get one chef into the kitchen, you know, we can social distance and have that. We're also doing online Teams meetings. So I said that we went to the old course. Well, this year we've got the old course joining us on Teams, so we'll get a virtual tour and we'll get a talk by the marketing manager. Also from and the Wayfaring Chef, which is a business of one of our ex-students. She's actually coming on a Teams call with us next Wednesday for the HNDs to talk about her business and how she's coping with everything. We're also thinking of doing an online wine tasting, which I think is brilliant, because you know, you can be in the comfort of your own home in the evening and do your wine tasting, not at college in the afternoon, don't have to drive home. I think it's better than that, really. And then collaboration with Save St Andrews, that's what Willie was talking about earlier on. We usually do the St Andrews dinner at the old course at the end of this month, November, obviously the 30th is St Andrews Day, but this year we're just going to do a little taster in college and put it on our social media. So we've still got links with everybody. Everything's still going on, you know, just in a different way. Talking about our social media, Karina is going to explain about how you can find us on it.
So we're on both Instagram and Facebook. So if you type in, you can follow us on both. So SRUC_hospitality for Instagram and capital letters SRUC hospitality for Facebook. And we do lots of updates on what the students have been getting up to in practical classes, as well as little throwback Thursdays on what's happened in the past. So yeah, give us a little follow on social media.
That's great. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, here we go. Well, thanks, that was really good. Can't believe how much we've packed in. Honestly, this department's so busy. I'm going to go straight to the questions now. There's still an opportunity if you want to type in a question and we can get our panel to answer it this afternoon or this evening. Gosh, it's been a long day. So first up, we've got, what PPE and equipment does the college provide? Who would like to take that question?
Well, I'm happy to take that. For your PPE, obviously it comes with apart from the HNC, your first and second year, it's included. It's all your chef whites, all your safety shoes, aprons, neckerchiefs, your hats. You will get your textbooks, that will be included as well. The only thing that we don't do, we've got all your knives in the kitchen, everything like that. That's free for the students to use, but if anybody wants to have their own knife set, if they contact myself or Mark, and we can arrange that for you.
That's great, thanks Willie. The next question is, what is your favourite part of the course to teach? Mark, I'm going to ask you first.
Oh, anything to do with the practical kitchen side. It's fantastic. It's a chance to pass on the skills and to share the knowledge. So yeah, anything on the practical kitchen, hot and cold kitchen, not food hygiene.
What about you, Ross?
Oh, mine has to be the gastronomy, as I've mentioned before, the pairing of the food and the wine and the beers. And I mean, you can never ever taste them all, can you? But I'm having a very good try.
Restaurant day is my favourite thing to teach, because we get fed at the end of it, mostly on leftovers. No, I really like doing the front house and getting the students to experience front house as well as the kitchen, and it lets them understand how the whole process works with regards to the restaurant. So yeah, restaurant day is my favourite.
That's great. And Willie?
Well, for me, it's any of the practicals. I'm like Mark. I like getting in there. I like seeing the students develop. You know, it's funny when you see somebody coming in first year and then going all the way through, and then we'll have a restaurant day, for example, for an HNC. The buzz that's in the kitchen is absolutely fantastic. It's the same with any of the practicals, but it just allows the HNCs to showcase what they've actually learned, take their spin on some of the dishes, and the customers love it. The feedback that we get for the customers is amazing. So yeah, any of the practicals I love as well.
That's great. I've also been asked, can you recommend a cookery book or a recipe?
Well, we work with the practical cookbook. It covers all the units that you've actually got. So it's the professional chef one. We use a practical cookbook. Anyone's like that is suitable for the college. It's got all the knowledge that you'll need to enhance your learning, and it enforces what we're actually teaching the students as well. So once you get it in the classroom, you can take it away and then you can read that. But I have to be honest, we have, once you join one of the courses, we have some fantastic resources that obviously Karine and Ros has been paramount putting all these things together, but the resource that we have online is second to none for our students, and we're very proud of that. It's been a lot of hard work that's went into that, so it's absolutely fantastic, and everything that you actually need is available through our courses online as well.
We also got a pretty good build up of cookbooks down in the library, you know, so hopefully when, you know, things are back to normal in the next few months, you know, next year, use them. We've got some great books there as well.
Yeah,
that's great. Somebody's asking about work placements. Do we organise our own work placements, or can the college help us with this?
you want to take that, Ros?
Yeah. So work placement, the only year that actually does it as part of the course is the HNC or HND. So that's an actual unit that you have to do a work placement on. But we get people contacting us all the time asking if we've got anyone that's suitable to work here, there and everywhere. So we've all got lots of good contacts, as we've mentioned, and we will always help to get people into workplace.
That's great. Another one here is, what is your favourite product to cook with?
I'll go first. Yeah, I'm happy to cook with everything, but I do particularly like fish and game, especially when you see it coming in as fresh as it does from our gamekeepers. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's so versatile. So that would be my favourite, is the game or any fish. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with any food, to be honest. I'm not fussy.
I'm quite happy tasting any of the foods that the chefs make, I have to say. I am missing that slightly, not being in college all the time.
What about you, Mark?
Fish and vegetables. I do like my fish. I do like cooking with the fish. It takes a lot of skill to cook a piece of fish, and I suppose because vegetables are underrated, and vegetable cookery it's not easy to do and to do well. So with those, any idiot can cook a bit of game.
Oh, you're just in big trouble. Karine, have you got a favourite product?
Oh, I like cakes. So I like doing wedding cakes. I've made a few wedding cakes for my friends. So the Christmas cakes have just been made today by the HNs. And well, I didn't burn them today, so
Nope.
It usually does. No, Karine. No.
Is that a little dig at me there, is it, for burning cakes? Because it's usually me that burns them, yeah.
So we're getting to ice. I can't wait to get my whites on and come in a couple of weeks and help the HNCs and Willie ice them. Get to play.
I'm not icing them. I cooked them. I did the hard work.
What, not burning them?
Oh, very good.
Well, that brings our questions to an end for this evening. So thank you if you have got in touch. Hopefully you got your questions answered. I'm now going to pass to Ros to close the event today.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight, everybody, and we hope we've given you a little bit of an insight into the hospitality department, and I hope you realise that how approachable we all are. And if you've got any questions, just get in touch. You can look on our website, and as Karine said, look at all our social media and see what's going on this year. And we hope that we might see you next year.